Hello. So long time. Apparently, seems like haven't done any lives. And today, impulse arised to talk a little bit. Actually, I was seeing one comment in Facebook, and it was some radical non-duality post that someone was commenting. And I usually don't replay or respond or I don't care, but this time I responded. And to that, he also responded. And then I didn't find any words, any more words to say. And I thought that maybe I respond here in live. Let's see how it goes, this live. Also, I added the link here down or where you can see the chat. So if you want to join me now or later, you can jump in with your camera on, and I think you can do it only with phone. But I will start reading the comment at first, what he was writing, and my response, and then let's discuss this topic. So his comment was, it would be cool if in the future we had some hard statistics on people who have woken up and how they woke up. Direct bath, meditation, etc., etc. Then this would stop being so much of philosophical debate and more hard science. I think Jeffrey A. Martin has done some work on this, but I don't know if it's this exact point. For me personally, I heard the radical message about 10 years ago. Hasn't worked on me yet. So I'm going to just do in my relative life what I can that may bring me closer while keeping in mind the absolute view. That was the comment. And I responded. My response was, waiting radical message to work on me is just reinforcing this illusion that there is really someone who has to be worked on or woke up. That's the dream. Dreaming itself. No dreamer already who could wake up. Thinking that I'm going to just do in my relative life is already empty. There's no one doing it already. Also, no one waiting to get closer, etc. It's the very same dream, maintaining itself, apparently. Thinking it's the doer, thinking there's something to get that I don't have yet, that there is time and distance and I am not there yet, but trying to get closer when there's no distance, no time, no movement really. Waiting something to happen, my idea of awakening or liberation, etc., when nothing ever happens and nothing changes. Just the one who's seemingly waiting something to happen, something to change, is no more. It's then clear for no one there never was separation, that there's no process to there, to here, as it have been always this way. How there could be method from here to here. All teachings, instructions, etc. only entertains the dream. Nothing wrong? Alright though. There's no choice, it's empty. Just what happens apparently. You are not doing anything, haven't never done, and will never do. And at the same time, doing have happened apparently, and doing will continue to happen apparently. Just there's no one inside doing, controlling, choosing, seeking, reading, writing, liking, disliking, etc. Whatever you imagine this to be, it's not this. Then it's imagined. This already is as it is, including the apparent imagination and dream. This is freedom for no one, but looking freedom for me will always keep me inside prison, apparently. Only this way it can stay safely in dream of duality. It doesn't want to die, apparently. That was my response. response coming from nowhere. I don't know. This person just response happened, and I now read his response to my comment, and then let's discuss this or elaborate. There are some people at his comment I'm reading now. There are some people at some times for whom this type of teaching lands. You cannot pretend to give up seeking. A lot of people who subscribe to the radical approach are, as Adishanti said, instead of driving from California to New York, they are reversing. There's absolutely no way to convince yourself that this is it. Otherwise, you just end up with a bunch of unawake people thinking all their suffering and neuroses are not proof they haven't awakened. Adishanti also once said, yes, that's all true, Neo-Advaita. But you know what's really true is what's true for you. Also, Gary Weber once said it can actually be disadvantageous to wake someone up before they are ready, as it can be very disorienting and traumatic. There's no way to tell when someone is ready, however. And yes, I have heard what you wrote for 10 years now, and I am still suffering. Go figure. I find the Neo-Advaita approach to be incredibly dull and boring as far as I see it. Is there a self? Yes and no. Is there free will? Yes and no. Is there a universe? Yes and no. Neo-Advaita for me seems to take all the magic out of life and is simply one side of the coin. The other side is everything else, where all the choices. You get a lot of Neo-Advaitans in a lot of denial, including many who have awakened or had awakening experiences. Suffering is just part of this. No, suffering is optional, and anyone still suffering who thinks they have awakened haven't awakened very far. Although there does seem to be, as Ramana put it, a slowing down of the fan once it's been unplugged, so perhaps it can take a while before suffering finally peters out. As long as you are suffering to any degree, there is still a process to unfold. And aside from anything, I find the world endlessly fascinating. I'm not into this full world denying approach. Adia again once said all teachings are merely strategies for awakening. There is no way to put down the truth in words, so your words are not absolute truth. So, so long comment. I start from the beginning. There are some people at some times for whom this type of teachings land. Let's make it clear. You have listened this 10 years, and I don't know who you are listening. It's not the teaching. What is radical non-duality? It's nothing. And what is Neo-Advaita? I don't know. Maybe it's they call it radical non-duality. You can write it to your comment what you think what is Neo-Advaita, because I don't know. I really don't know. I have heard it. And it seems like the radical non-duality is Neo-Advaita in this case. But yeah, I don't know nothing about Neo-Advaita, Advaita, or radical non-duality or non-duality. At first, there is no radical non-duality. It's an empty label for this communication. Let's say communication, because it's not the teaching. It's not the thing. It's not the concept. You can't use it. It's useless. It's useless for the seeker, and you must have heard it 10 years already that this is nothing. It's not the teaching. So yeah, but somehow you heard what I was replaying, that it is as a teaching, but it's not. You cannot pretend to give up seeking. Sure. And you don't have to pretend, or you don't have to do anything, and you are not even seeking. The seeking may happen, and seeking may stop also. It's just what's happening. Apparently there is already no seeker. So yeah. And a lot of people who subscribe to the radical approach are, as Adi Shanti said, instead of driving from California to New York, they are reversing. Yeah, maybe it feels like that when seeker finds this message, and somehow it feels like, oh, there is something, but it should be quite soon clear that there is nothing on offer. Yeah. So maybe it can feel like reversing or going back, I don't know. But yeah, this doesn't go anywhere. This doesn't arrive or land, or doesn't bring you any closer. It's impossible. There's no movement. There's nothing happening. No time, no movement. This is already. Nothing happens. Nothing changes. It's just a story over and over again, looping the me story, whatever story, that there is something somewhere else and I am not there yet. So how to get there? I need to do something. I need to move. I need to learn. I need to practice or meditate. Then maybe. But this is just a beautiful dream, to stay in a dream, not to die. Because with this doing, it's just maintaining and entertaining itself. Yeah, it's fun. And but lots of suffering too, apparently. Let's see what was here more. There's absolutely no way to convince yourself that this is it. Sure, this is not a mantra that you have to learn or remember or practice. Yeah, sure. And this is already it, whatever it is. Saying it as mantra, this is it, this is it, this is it, this is also it, or not doing that, or whatever is arising. Watching this video is, this is it. Writing this comment, not liking this comment, everything is this. This is it already. Otherwise, you just end up with bunch of unawake people thinking all their suffering and neurosis are not proof they haven't awakened. Adyashanti also once said, yes, that's all true, Neo-Advaita, but you know what's really true is what's true for you. Yeah, I can agree that in that sense that whatever you say, you are true. But I don't think that there is something what's true or thing called truth, absolute truth, universal truth. I don't know what truth is. There must be some separation for that to happen. And whatever you say, whatever you believe or you think, or with whatever you are resonating with, is true for you. So I never go and argue with someone who is clearly expressing her or his own truth, although it is seen here like totally empty, and that's why here is no energy to argue or debate or yeah, it doesn't matter. Perfect. You can have your truth. Here is no truth. Also, Gary Weber once said, actually, I don't know these names. I have seen Arishanti name and some quotes, but I don't know anything. I don't remember. Probably he's a teacher, and maybe that's why it doesn't resonate. So I don't know these guys. Also, Gary Weber once said, it can actually be disadvantageous to wake up someone before they are ready, as it can be very disorienting and traumatic. Please show me one example of awakened people. I haven't never seen, never met, and never heard like someone who is claiming to be awakened. It would be cool to meet that guy or girl or speak with, because waking up can happen only inside the dream. Dream of separation, dream of duality, dream of I am something, and now I am awakened. Wow, yeah, let's celebrate. Cool. In a story, I also have shared that in a story, here was also awakening story happening, but it's seen as a dream, because when the dream is over, there is no one who could wake up. That's the dream. That's the very dream that you can wake up. There is no you. There is no you who can wake up. You are not sleeping. You can't wake up. But we say that this is a dream of duality. But there is no dreamer. So yeah, or the dream and the dreamer are the same. When the dream is no more, there is no dreamer also. I check the comments later. I will finish with that Facebook comment. So yeah, somebody who have woken up too early and then being disorienting, sorry, and traumatic. Yeah, I don't know. Sounds like some spiritual stuff. There's no way to tell when someone is ready, however, and yes, I have heard you wrote for 10 years now what you wrote. I have heard it 10 years now, and I'm still suffering. Go figure. And then later you are writing that no, suffering is optional. If it's optional, then why? Okay, stop suffering, or choose not to suffer. You are saying that you are already suffering 10 years that you have listened this message. I find the neo-Advaita approach to be incredibly dull and boring. Sure. It doesn't give you anything. Of course, that's the point. It's not the teaching, that's the thing. That you think that this is a thing that you can use, you can apply, or work on, or live with that, or I don't know. That's the thing. You're looking something, and this is nothing, and this doesn't give you anything, and that's boring. Yeah, clearly there is so much seeking energy, wanting to learn, wanting to practice something, wanting to do something, wanting to seek, to maintain, to be alive, so to speak, apparently, and no one's doing that. That's the that's the joke. That's the joke, that there is no one doing this, no one choosing to seek 10 years, 20 years, and then stop seeking. Yeah. So as far as I see it, is there a self? Yes and no. Is there free will? Yes and no. Is there universe? Yes and no. Neo-Advaita for me seems to take all the magic out of life, and is simply one side of the coin. The other side is everything else, where all the choice is. You get a lot of Neo-Advaitans in a lot of denial, including many who have awakened or had awakening experiences. Yeah, actually, this is not the denial. This can sound as denial, but actually, I don't know. I'm trying to share also that this is everything. This is fucking everything. It doesn't deny anything. It's including everything, so to speak. All the seeking, all the dream, all this, whatever is appearing, is this. This is it already. And even when there is denial happening, it's including this also. Someone denying something, apparently. No one's doing that, of course. Just what's happening. And suffering is just part of this. No, suffering is optional, and anyone still suffering who thinks they have awakened haven't awakened very far. Although there does seem to be, as Ramana put it, a slowing down of the fan once it's been unplugged, so perhaps it can take a while before suffering finally peters out. I don't know that word. As long as you are suffering to any degree, there is still a process to unfold. Yeah, I agree that that suffering and process is the same dream. There is no process and there is no sufferer. As long as there is, of course, it's a dream that there is someone, sufferer, and then there is a process unfolding, whatever. Because when this dream collapses, this illusion of being someone, this separation, then time collapses. There is no process. There is only this. There is no unraveling. Only apparently. Yeah, but not really. But in a dream, as in a nighttime dream, you are feeling or thinking that it's happening for real. You don't know it's a dream. The daydream is the same. The daydream of duality is the same. Feels so real. Suffering feels so real. And of course, whatever body is sick, in pain, yeah, it's happening for real in the body. It's not denial that no, nothing happens. It's everything. It includes everything. So all feelings or emotions or responses, reactions, everything is this. Yeah, and but whatever is appearing, this also suffering, the body is sick, having pains, is empty. There is no story. There is no sufferer. There is just pain. There is just sickness or happiness, whatever. It's no one owning the pain, the suffering, the joy, whatever. It's empty. And so full. Life is so empty and full constantly. Okay, short. It's ending soon. And aside from anything, I find the world endlessly fascinating. I'm not into this full world denying approach. Arya again once said, all teachings are merely strategies for awakening. There is no way to put down the truth in words, so your words are not absolute truth. And you're absolutely right. I haven't never said that whatever I am saying is truth, because I don't know what the truth is. I don't think that there is a truth. And but if there is, then this radical non-duality communication, or how to say message, is the closest to the truth, if there is something called as a truth. Okay, sorry, I had to read twice because here is absolutely no memory. It's impossible to replay, so that I just read and then start to replay. So I check your comments. How do you mean truth means separation? There must be someone separate from something, the truth, to know the truth. And that's why I mean it's a separation. Very attractive being. I hope everything is well, sweetheart. Stay strong, baby love. Thank you. Hello, Ere. Hello, Aspect. That was all. If anyone wants to join the live, jump in. Yeah, because here is actually a long time, nothing to say. And of course, it's clear that there is nothing to say, nothing to add. This is already full and complete. this isn't a teaching, and here is no agenda or motivation or goal to talk about this. But yet, what I hear often that, but why you are talking? Why you are talking? And I'm saying I'm not talking. Talking just happens, like everything. Nothing have a reason or meaning. But yeah, today impulse arise to make a short live. So maybe a couple of more minutes if anyone doesn't want to join or ask anything. So yeah, why I read this comment, because the one reason is that there are so many many times you hear that people are misunderstanding this radical non-duality, which is empty label. There is no radical non-duality, but just to put label to this communication, to separate it from, I don't know, from the teachings. Radical non-duality or non-duality teachings, here it's a difference, because both are saying that there is not two, there is no you, and then teaching starts to teach you, which there is no one, how to become no one. And that's just a sweet carrot to offer for the seeker, and the seeker wants something to do. So it's endless entertainment for the seeker and for the teacher also. And this radical non-duality, which is the most unimportant, not unimportant, what I wanted to say, special, not special topic ever, because it's empty. It's so empty. What is the best way to deal with the tension that is created when conversing about non-duality to someone who is not awake? That's the thing. You can't talk about this, that there is no one, that there is no duality, with someone who is not open to that. And there seems to be only few who are open to this, with who you can talk about this. So yeah, what is the best way to deal with the tension that is created when conversing about non-duality to someone who is not awake? But at the end, there is no one who is awake or not awake. But I understand what you meant. You can't discuss this with anyone who is not open to this. No one wants to hear that it doesn't exist, that his or her life is, there is no life, my life. Is the radical part just in the direct pointing? The non-dual part itself is not what's radical. I mean, so many describe non-duality as a teaching, or where you see whatever the word non-duality is, mostly the teachings. They are teaching you non-duality, that there is no you, or how to become no you, or yeah, they are talking with someone. They are acknowledging that there is someone who can do something. Radical non-duality doesn't see anyone, doesn't speak with anyone, because when the separation dissolves, when the me melting away happens, or self-collapsing, so many different ways to describe this non-happening, then it's clear that there is no one, there is no teacher, there is no student, there is no one who have a free will and choice to do something, to learn something. But of course, doing happens constantly, learning happens constantly, choosing happens, and so on. And then when there is the sense of I am me, I am here, located inside the body, then it feels like it's the doer, it's the chooser. It has a free will and choice. But this part is illusion. There is no one, no separate entity inside the body who is doing all this choosing and doing. It's just what is happening automatically. Choice is happening. It's happening somewhere there already when you are aware of this or conscious of some choices. There are many studies made that you have things in your head. During the study, you have to choose when you push or which hand you use and when you push the button. But people in other rooms who are checking these things in your head, they know already a couple of, I don't know, milliseconds, or I don't know that before you consciously are doing so. You think that you are doing, the storyteller comes and claims and owns that, oh, I did it, oh, I did a good choice. And then when there was bad choice, then I must do better. Whatever, self blaming and self guilt starts to happen, and this can be very, very heavy. But when this illusion of being someone collapses, then there is no one doing anything right or wrong. So there is no self blaming or self. What is the opposite? Yeah, credit, no credit. So thanks. The choice was already made. I have heard that. Yeah, funny thing with this is that people have listened this message 10 years, 20 years, I don't know how long. But this, what's shared here, can be heard only once and then it's done. But you can listen it 1,000 times. You don't hear it actually. It's just this whatever mind trying to make sense out of it, trying to use the logic, trying to learn this, to understand. But it's not about words. It's not about. No words can bring you closer to this, which is already boundless, full and complete. No separation already. So you can't become full. You already are. That's the thing. But you think that I am here, separate, and not full, not complete, not fulfilled. There is something else. I need to complete something. I need to arrive somewhere. I need to learn something. And then I'm free. And then I'm happy. And then I'm full or fulfilled. But you're doing it constantly, constantly, constantly. And you are never feeling full. You will never feel fulfilled because you, you doesn't exist. There is no you. So you can't become anything. You, although there is no you, is already full and complete. So even the dream of being someone, which is illusion, is also full and complete. There is nothing to fix. There is nothing to teach, to change, because this is already perfect. But it's not perfect for me, for the individual, separate self ego, I, me. This is never perfect. But I'm not talking about this personal perfectness, of course. If this would be perfect for me, then there is nothing to see, there is nothing to change. And that's the end of the me. That's the end of the seeker, and that's the least thing what it wants. But somehow some bodies are drawn to this message, thinking that they want it, they like it, but actually they don't like it. You or me doesn't like or doesn't want this message, or this liberation, so to speak, because it's not for you. The you who wants this is no more. Done, done, but it's done already. Yeah, so nothing needs to be changed or have to be done because everything is already done. Yeah. "25 people are watching. Where are you from?" "I'm from Estonia." If here are some new faces. By the way, I am going to Amsterdam, Netherlands soon. If anyone is from there wants to chat, have a coffee or tea, can contact. United States of America is someone. So many people who, hi New York, many people who lend to this communication, to this message. Next room. Hi Raigo, love you. Boa tarde desde Portugal. Oh, love Portugal. I've been there, I don't know, many times. Coming again. Yeah. The memory went away. Kentucky. What I was saying. You said words can't bring you closer, but it's possible for words or teachings to take you farther away from the seeing of it. Nothing can bring you closer or farther away from this. This is already home. You haven't left. You can't arrive. That's the thing. That's the illusion that it's somewhere else, that there is something to do. That's just this illusion maintaining itself, apparently. And when I'm saying that it's maintaining itself, then I often forgot to say, apparently, of course, there is no one doing this maintaining stuff. It's just what's happening, apparently. Paris, France, Earth, Milky Way, apparently. Nice. Trying to remember what I was saying before. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. That's the thing. That's the cool thing. Nothing matters. That even when something matters, it also doesn't matter. It's so free that it can appear as this imprisonment of being someone trying to get out from that prison with seeking something else or doing some meditation or practice or teaching, denying this when this isn't denying anything. This doesn't also accepting anything. It is already. What's good? What's good? What does it mean? What's good? Tea is good. in a story when here was this falling away, this unfolding, this process happening. When everything started to fall off, all these ideas and beliefs and truths and knowings that I know something, it seemed in that as a loss, like big loss, like losing everything. And the fun thing is that when there is no one, then there also is clear that there is nothing to lose, because the idea that I had something, I owned something, like knowings or beliefs or I don't know, house or husband or whatever, the owner dies. So there is no real loss actually. But in this falling away process, what's happening apparently, if it's happening, then it can feel like losing everything, and everything feels meaningless and pointless in a bad way. But then when there is no one expecting anything from anything from, yeah, then wow, it's meaningless. Whatever is arising turns other side. You beautiful, you too. That's Attila Smith asking, what's up? Nothing. I even don't remember when was the last live I was doing. I thought it's fun idea to come and talk something. I can't seem to grasp anything more and more about this reality, and it's so hard to accept. Yeah, sure. There is no reality or here when it felt like this. My life is real, and then everything starting to collapse and doesn't feel any more real. Then it's nothing to grasp, and it's so hard to accept. Yeah, the one who wants to accept or tries to accept must die apparently, because you can't accept this. This is the thing holding you alive that I need to accept. You can't accept. Accepting happens, or not letting go happens, or not surrendering happens, or not. I have shared that here. Ere surrendered and died in the couch. Let go. But Ere didn't do that. I don't know how to let go. I don't know how to accept. I don't know how to surrender. Although there are so many teachings and practices and so on. But this accepting can happen by no one, or it doesn't, or surrendering, or dying. And at the end, there is already no one who can die, who can wake up. That's the dream, that I can wake up. It's the same, very same me dream of duality. I woke up, yeah. It's just ego. Apparently. Okay, I think I finish. I also do meetings. If you want to join, you are welcome to join in Patreon. Meetings are every week and are not recorded, so can share privately. Hi Tom, my favorite commentator. No holy men's or women's. Yeah. Thank you, saying someone. Thank you, everyone, and no one who was listening and watching. Bye bye. Love you. Take care. Have a nice day or evening. And see you when we see. Much love. Mwah.